The Siskiu T has been Polygon's best-selling mountain bike for years, and for good reason. Its ability to balance climbing efficiency, descending performance, and of course a great value is second to none. And now, for 2025, Polygon has gone back to the drawing board and fully redesigned the Siskiu T lineup. The new bikes are stiffer, stronger, and more capable than ever, with updated geometry and features that bring it right in line with today's trail bike standards. And the best part, it's still just as value-oriented. So regardless of your budget, there's a Siskiu T for you. In this video, we'll take a look at what's new on the frame, compare the 3 available models, and of course, help you decide which one is the best fit for you. First things first, let's go ahead and talk about the frame. Might be hard to tell, but there's actually a fully redesigned rear triangle. The cable routing now goes through the chainstays, and it's supposed to be stiffer and stronger as well. In addition to that, they've added UDH compatibility, so you can run a SRAM transmission setup should you choose. Another thing worth noting is that the bike is now available in 29-inch wheels front and rear for all frame sizes. And that's great news for shorter riders who still want the rolling efficiency and technical prowess of the bigger hoops. The geometry has also been tweaked just a bit as well. The head tube has been slackened half a degree, now down to 65 degrees. That's going to translate to extra stability on descents and at higher speeds. The seat tube has been steepened by half a degree as well, now at 77 degrees, which shift rider weight slightly more forward, improving climbing efficiency. And reach has stretched by 5 millimeters across all sizes, giving riders just a little more room to maneuver without losing the bike's trademark playfulness. All in all, it's a small set of refinements that makes the bike just a bit more planted when things get rowdy, but don't worry, it's still just as playful, maneuverable, and efficient as it's always been. Now, one thing that hasn't changed is the suspension. Still gets 135 millimeters in the rear, paired with a 140 millimeter fork. That combination makes the Siskiu T a great do-it-all trail bike, capable of all-day single-track excursions to laps at the bike park, and everywhere in between. But of course, there's more to a bike than just the frame. And once again, Polygon's made some small but pretty important changes to the part spec. For starters, all 3 bikes in the lineup, the T6, T7, and T8, now get full Shimano group sets, delivering reliable, performance-oriented shifting and braking regardless of your budget. Every bike also comes with tubeless-ready 29 by 2.4-inch Maxxis Dissector tires as well. So now that we've talked about the changes that apply to every bike across the Siskiu T lineup, let's go ahead and focus in on each model specifically. Up first, we have the T6, which is, in my humble opinion, the most impressive entry-level bike on the market. Despite its low price tag, you still get air-sprung suspension front and rear, the RockShox Recon Silver RL fork, and an X-Fusion O2 Pro R shock. These are not only lighter than their coil-sprung counterparts that you often see at bikes at this price point, but they're also much more adjustable, which means you can tune the bike in to your specific needs and riding style. You also have a 1x10 Shimano Q's drivetrain, Shimano hydraulic disc brakes, tubeless-ready wheels and tires, and a dropper post right out of the box. All in all, the Siskiu T punches well above its weight. It's the type of bike that you could leave as is and ride for years, but it's also the perfect blank slate for future upgrades. Now, in my opinion, the T7 is the highlight in the Siskiu T range. It sees upgrades everywhere that matters, but still keeps the price impressively low. The most notable things here are the switch to a 12-speed Shimano Derailleur drivetrain and powerful 4-piston Shimano Derailleur brakes. This instantly improves performance on climbs and descents, and honestly, in the right hands, I don't think there are many places the T7 wouldn't excel. So, while the Siskiu T7 is the middle child of the lineup, it's arguably the sweet spot for value and performance, delivering a level of capability that far outshines its low price tag. And finally, that brings us to the Siskiu T8, which once again sees some significant upgrades, the biggest of which being the switch to Fox suspension. The 34 rhythm fork and float DPS shock deliver buttery smooth performance and more consistent damping on long descents. The drivetrain also bumps up a tier to SLX, improving shifting performance and helping shave a few grams. All in all, I'd say the T8 is a great testament to where Polygon is as a brand right now, making high-performance bikes, but are still very committed to value-priced products. But that brings us to the question of which of these 3 models, the T6, 7, or 8, is best for you. And since all of those bikes do have the same identical frame, it's really going to come down to your budget and priorities. The T6 is hands down the best entry-level full suspension bike for the money right now, but don't mistake it for a bare-bones beginner bike. Yes, it's perfect for riders looking to try mountain biking for the first time without draining their savings, and is more than enough bike to help them progress for many seasons to come. But at the same time, it's also great for more experienced riders looking to get a bike at a very low price and then upgrade it to fit their specific needs. Since it has the same high-end frame found on the rest of the lineup, you can kind of think of it as a blank canvas to fine-tune to your riding style over time. I like to think of the T7 as a mountain biker's mountain bike. It doesn't have all the fussy gimmicks like fancy suspension or carbon fiber components, but what it does deliver is a supremely capable, durable package that's ready for almost any trail you can throw at it. The components here are modern, reliable, and built to last, which makes the T7 ideal for someone who just wants to ride and not worry about fragile carbon bits or dead batteries. If you see mountain biking as a pursuit of fun-filled adventures rather than marginal gains, then the T7 is the bike for you. And then that brings us to the T8, which caters to performance-oriented riders who want to push their limits without breaking the bank. This is the bike that's going to feel the most like a no-compromised pro-level trail bike, capable of, like I said before, everything from cross-country racing to sending it through the bike park. And really, that's what the T8 is all about, giving you everything you need to pick and choose what you want to do as a rider. It's still a tremendous value compared to most similarly spec'd bikes, but it has the poise and performance of something far more expensive. But regardless of which of those three models you like best, the takeaway is clear. The all-new Siskiu T has gotten better in every way for 2025. Polygon hasn't lost sight of what made the bike their best seller, but they've doubled down on making sure it stays competitive in today's market. So whether you're looking to get your first Cat 1 podium or just your first full suspension mountain bike, the Siskiu T6, T7, and T8 has something for everybody. If you have any more questions about any of these three bikes, then you can go ahead and leave those down there in the comments and I'll be sure to get you an answer. I'll also go ahead and leave a link to each bike so you can check it out for yourself on BikesOnline in the description. Before you get out of here, I'd appreciate it if you take just a second to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the BikesOnline YouTube channel. And after you've done that, grab your bike, whatever it is, get out there and get ripping.